First and foremost, congratulations. You've earned this moment. This is the time to celebrate with family and friends who've supported you. Today belongs to you. I want to begin by thanking the College of Westchester for this incredible honor, specifically President Karen Smith. I have had the opportunity to get to know her, and I can tell you that she really cares about this college and all of you. We also always need to take a moment to thank the faculty, administrators, and everyone who keeps the College of Westchester moving in the right direction. Your dedication is what makes this place excellent. For those of you who don't know, I'm Justin Brasch. I'm the mayor of White Plains only for the past 5 months. The story of how I ended up here is a good one. About 2 months ago into my term, my assistant Karen, who has worked for 5 prior mayors, was running through my daily schedule. In the middle of a long list of meetings, she casually mentioned to me that the College of Westchester wanted me to be their commencement speaker. I actually stopped her and asked if she had read that correctly. She just printed the email and handed it to me to prove it. I have always dreamed of speaking at a graduation. Boy, am I a nerd, but it's true. Speaking at this graduation is an opportunity that I absolutely couldn't miss. At my own graduations, the speakers told us about how great we are. They were filled with platitudes and other meaningless praise. I am a different kind of person. I want to share 3 clear ideas I genuinely wish someone had told me when I was your age. 3 keys to a successful and happy life. Now, I'm a big one for giving advice. Thankfully, I only have 10 minutes. That being said, I'm a politician, so feel free to settle in. My first idea is simple. There's a lot of opportunity out there, but you have to work hard, and you must be able to adapt to change. When I started my career, I was surprised at how truly competitive it is out there. You have to put in the effort and be willing to change direction. As the old saying goes, man plans and God laughs. In all aspects of life, in your career, you will suffer defeats and get knocked down. A lot. The people who ultimately succeed are persistent and resilient. My father used to say that we move in one direction, forward. You have to get up and keep trying. Trust me, I've been knocked down so many times that I have plenty of good examples. Early in my legal career, I worked for a small firm in downtown Manhattan, and eventually the time came to move on. The economy was tough, it was a recession, and the job offers that I wanted were not coming in. My plan had always been to work for a law firm or a company, but the opportunities weren't there. I wanted the freedom to pursue my political interests. A job as a lawyer in government would have been difficult for that. So I took a big risk and started my own law firm. I figured that if others could do it, so could I. Running your own firm is very tough. At the beginning, you are in charge of everything, not just practicing law. You're the accountant, the technology officer, the filing clerk, the chief of marketing and business development, and you're the attorney responsible for delivering top-notch legal services. Clients are relying on you. There are a lot of bills to pay and a lot of self-doubt. I worked long hours, worried a lot, and made very little in the first couple of years. It was tough, but I kept pushing through and built a successful small firm. It was not the road I expected, but I persisted, maintained a positive attitude, and changed my plan, and things worked out. My second idea for success and happiness is the absolute importance of building a good name. In the Jewish tradition, we call it a shem tov, literally a good name. Despite all that you see on social media and TV, most do not become successful and wealthy overnight. Maintaining a good name over time is what truly counts. No matter what you hear, the real world functions through people who actually get things done. To accomplish anything, you need to work with others who are also honest, reliable, and hardworking. Trust and reliability matter immensely. The simplest proof of how a good name can help you is also from that small law firm I built. Initially, no one knew who I was, but over the years, clients, colleagues, and adversaries learned that they could trust me. Within a few years, not only were my friends and clients sending me business, but many of my adversaries referred cases to me. I once won a short but tough trial concerning a lease dispute. To tell you the truth, opposing counsel was honest, I was honest, I am less sure about his client's honesty, but that's a story for another day. After the trial, I thought I'd never hear from him again. A few months later, he called to refer me a case. That turned out to be pretty lucrative, which is a good thing when you're in a small law firm. That's the power of a good name. To prove it further, I closed my practice last December to become mayor. And this is a really true story that shows you the power of a good name. I receive calls, texts, and emails every single day from people who want to hire me. And I've been practicing law in 5 months. And that's because I worked hard and honestly and sincerely. And when people tell you not to do that, my advice is to forget that. It's a very important tool. So my reputation has also been the key to success in my political career. I've worked in government all of my life. I'm not going to go through the long list of things. We'll just conclude with saying before I was mayor, I was the city council president. At every stage, I worked hard with all kinds of people and demonstrated a sincere desire to help people and make the world a little better. Having a good name is what enabled me to succeed. In this business, and I'm sure you know this is true, my integrity is questioned over and over every day, and I have to demonstrate to people that I care and I'm sincere and I'm there to help. This week, I have a great story for you. It's so rare that in this business you have a great story. I have a great story about a major success purely because of my good name and how hard I work. This week, my reputation helped me tremendously. I've worked on affordable housing all of my life. I like to consider myself the affordable housing mayor. I know somebody else likes to take credit for that, but I'm telling you, I do it. White Plains has the most generous affordable housing laws in Westchester County and probably New York. The old Galleria Mall, which you see is standing there empty and is going to be replaced by primarily luxury housing. Under our laws, we in the city of White Plains, they're required to put up 300 units of affordable housing. So I've spent the last 2 years working around the clock with the governor and our state legislature and our county executive, Ken Jenkins, to try to get much more affordable housing. And this week, as part of the state budget, 500 additional units of affordable housing will be at that Galleria site. We will have 800 brand new units of affordable workforce housing on that site. And I'm telling you, that comes from hard work, sincerity, honesty, pulling together with other people. I'm telling you, it involved sleepless nights, working with everybody, but that's really what the power of a good reputation is, and that's going to help my city, that's going to help hopefully all of you, and that's something I'm extremely proud of. I hope and pray that when people tell you that to get ahead you should lie, cheat, and just bend the truth, you will think of this speech and have a shem tov, a good name. Since I only have 10 minutes, or at least that's what I told my assistant, my final thought for a happy and successful life is to be kind. Being kind is so important, and is how you will build the legacy that you want. We all have times that we need some help, and we all have the ability to help others. Always choose to be that person. You will feel better about yourself, and you will be doing your part to make the world a little better. I was fortunate to gain crucial perspective on life when I was 22. I graduated from college and moved in with my 97-year-old grandfather. I had student loans to pay off, and moving in with him in his old rent-controlled apartment would make it much easier to pay them off. He led by example. Not only did he receive kindness, but he was kind. He was basically a poor immigrant. He worked very hard and had very little. I will never forget one cold winter night. Sorry, it's a tough story just to remember. My grandfather came home from synagogue, and he was looking through the closets frantically. There was a homeless person on our street, and he needed a coat. And my grandfather, who had very little, made sure to find him a coat, and then we cooked him a meal, and we brought him the meal. And that's a story that I'll never forget. It wasn't just about the coat. I learned about perspective. He was near the end of his life and had little, yet he took time to care and help. I've tried always to look at life through this lens. How do I want to be remembered? How do I want to feel about myself? What did I do to help others? And that's a question now as you enter the next stage in your life. How do you want to be remembered? What do you want your legacy to be? Hopefully, you will take time always to say, I want to be remembered as that good and decent person who helped people not that selfish, terrible person. Because when we all work together, we all build a better world together. And that's a very, very important lesson that I've learned in my life and that I wanted to share with all of you. I could tell stories and give advice forever, but I'm smart enough to know that I'm what's standing between you and your much-deserved celebrations. So as you start the next chapter in your lives, I hope you'll remember to work hard, be resilient, adapt to change, maintain a good name, and be kind. And if you do those three things, you will have a happy and successful life. And in conclusion, congratulations to you and your families. May you have long life, health, happiness, and success. God bless the United States of America. God bless all of you. Thank you. Congratulations.